Good morning, guys. So this is mm, New York daybreak. So very soon it will be London session, and right now in New York it's 1 a.m. and London is 6 a.m. and where I am it's 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. So uh, you can see this is how the market closed yesterday, and this is fine still. Uh, that's a sign that we are going to wait more. Yeah, but can see prices picking up back where it left. And so again today we'll just see how the day will close on this pair. Uh, and that's it. So and this is very fine because I know that once the daily closes above like this, we have a new higher low. So meaning price can't retest back to this level because once it retests, then the daily goes buried. So this is fine. This is fine. And I believe today is when we have the final push to the upside. But yeah, so we'll be we'll be we'll be paying closer attention to this pair with wanting it to do something like this by the end of the day. And you'll see when we close out the markets today, this is the structure you have. And okay, so let's now go to the other pairs that we'll be looking at today. So firstly, this is USD JPY pair that I told you I was waiting for a test at this level. And I remember telling you guys that this pair has a very high chance of buying even all the way to this zone here because of the way it's been buying lately. You can see that price is constantly making higher highs. And this is the high, even yesterday we had the high. And today is Wednesday. So we'll see how the market plays out. And you can see price is having some form of rejection here and there. Prices now is trapped in this box. This box you can see price is trapped in this box, and it's either it breaks above, and once price breaks above, then we might not get this retest this week. So our best hope is wanting price to break below, and then we can get that 4 retest, then we'll know that price will retest. But in a case where price breaks above this level and retest, then price is likely to keep on buying. I think we should be here. It's most likely to keep on buying until we are at this level. So it's a very risky spot. It's a very risky day, and this day will determine either we'll get the retest in time or not. And so for now, we just wait and see whichever side this price goes. We get the break today. This is a very good sign that we can maybe catch a buy right around this level. Uh, then USD, GBP card. Okay, yeah, I think I showed you the daily time frame for USD JPY. So for USD GBP card, you can see again that price is you can see how this price opened, how this price closed. We had this nice rejection, but if you remember, I told you in the forward time frame, we were not clear to book, meaning this Wednesday candle has a very high chance of closing bullish or bearish too. But if you look at the forward time frame, you'll see that I have no way of taking this sale, no way, because this is my OG level for the forward time frame. This level here, you can see, and price just rejected. I didn't get the full body closure, and in fact, this is supposed to be here, but even if I do it at this level, you can see price is just rejecting. I'm not getting a full candle close. So what that should mean to me is price is most likely to retest back at this level. You see, so upon retesting back at this level, you'll notice that price will give us, what is that? I think that would be the best way for you to number. There's something I want to show you. Uh, Should be this anchored, should be this. So what I'm saying is when price, oh, it's ghost fade, yeah. Is it bar pattern or try to, we'll remove this. Let me just see uh, if at all this way. I think it's the ghost fade. So what I'm saying is once price gives us the retest around this level, it should be the ghost fade. You can see that price will make uh, some sort of structure. You see, yes, there will be some sort of structure. Don't mind the colors, just try to view it something like this. So you can see once price retests at this level, we'll have some sort of structure. And okay, it's the close fit. So let me just remove some of these. Uh, okay, so you can see that if when we get this retest, price will already make some form of structure, is it? And this already right here can be a clear indication of us easily just waiting for the break below and a retest, and then we can sell. You see, because we have some structure that we can use as a way of buying. You see, and then we can just wait for something like this. I hope this makes sense to you guys. Hope this makes sense to you because right now we are here, yeah? And I'm saying don't mind the colors and the the way the structure. The main goal is just me showing you that when price is trying to test this level, we'll have some sort of structure because you see we have these, if you've seen we have these points, this one and that one, there's this Tuesday rejection, there's this Monday rejection, and now if we get the push, we also have a Wednesday rejection. Then when we get the retest back to this point and we get this kind of break, you can see that price is now forming some structure. You see, it's not that clear here because this is just a prediction, but as you can see that price will do something like this. And this gives us a nice confirmation knowing that even if when we sell below this level, when we sell below uh, when we sell below this level, we'll be convinced that price has already retested our OG level and price is ready to then sell. You see? So that's why I'm trying to wait for a push, and that's not why I'm trying. That's why the push will make sense because not only will it give me a the best entry point position, but it will also make sense with the retest and the daily and 4 hour point of view. So that's why you can see, even though it's given me this daily rejection, I'm not interested in the pair. And if it doesn't come back here and continue selling, then that's fine. That's okay. We'll still catch it one day or another because the pair won't go anywhere either way. So we we still stand with waiting price to give us a clear retest at this level, and then we can proceed from there. If we don't get that, we'll simply go for another trade. But this is very clean. And mind you, this all week price, if it wants on the daily time frame, it can just end up doing something like this and closing like that. Because it has every right, price has every right to move within this level. Remember, price has every right to move within this level until it breaks below, then the level changes from whichever lower low it makes and the lower high. But for now, price can even come back to this point. As long as it doesn't broken above this, it's still very much bearish and it can sell at any point. So uh, missing out on a buy on a sale here doesn't guarantee we've completely missed out on the trade unless it breaks below this zone here. It causes, yeah, it breaks below this level. Then we can now say, oh, we are now no longer buying from this point. Or we can even buy from this point again, but it's just a different case now. So um, don't really be bothered when you see price not reacting at your level that you anticipated for the first time. Price will come back to your level. Uh, or price won't. But the good part is you followed your values even though it didn't come back. Because what's better, you take the sell just so you can say you participated in the trade, or you take the sell because it made all your values and all your ticks that you put for you before you take a trade. And so let's go to another pair. We have Euro cards. So we finally broken below in the daily time frame. This is a very strong break. And you see why I told you not until it gives me the break above this level I won't take the trade. And the daily on the Tuesday, on Monday, gave us a nice break. And you can see what ended up happening. Price just dropped. You see? But yeah, because I've tried buying because of that type of break and I lost. So that's why you see me telling you these things is because I've tested them and I've experienced the pain that comes from just not waiting a bit, not giving your trade a chance to play out. So that's what happens. And so let's see what price did. But on the daily time frame, the move still stands. I still need, I still need any daily candle that will break above this level. And with the look of things, since we are even approaching the what's this the higher low, we might need the daily break and daily retest as well for us to buy. In short, that row I was telling you that should happen in that usually happens in the 4 hour time frame should also be applied on the daily time frame. See? So this is what I want the daily to do for us now. Since we are very close from this level, we are very close approaching this level. So I needed to break by breaking and it retested, but retested deep inside. So now since we're deep inside, I needed to break out. We're breaking out and retest it. Give me a daily engulfing candle, then buy. And if this will be a strong engulfing break, I no longer have to wait for these two parts where we get the retest and get the engulfing. But if this will be a conservative break, then I have to wait for the retest and then buy. And right now, this is where we are. So if we go in the weekly time frame, we are very much bearish, very much bearish. And you know what would be fun is we get the break on the weekly time frame, but at the same time, that's when we get the on the daily time frame, but the 4 hour time frame, kind of get a down shoulder pattern like this. And I read this and I need golfing. I would love to take such a trade. And once such trades happen, guys, those can even throw your phone away. They rarely go wrong, and I'll show you one example. Mm. But this is what we need. We need price to break above, and then we can consider this a trade for us. But right now, our hands are still tight on this pair. Yeah, and if we can go to USD, NZD, USD. I think this is the last pair. Yeah. Price finally made what I told you guys. We need a lower low on the 4 hour time frame for us to know this price will sell. And we got it, but we got it at the wrong time. And so this ended up being the entry. This engulfing ended up being the entry. And price left us just like that. Price left us in this trade. Um, but that's fine. That's really fine. So what does this show me? This shows me that price When price retests back to this level, it will go bullish on the day on the 4 hour time frame, and I just have to wait for the shift to the end buy. I just have to wait for price to retest and break above, give me a quite bullish momentum, then give me the shift, then I'll sell. This is uh this is based on if the retest happens, because if you look at the daily time frame, we are at a bad position. And I remember telling you guys that this pair it's a clean trade, but there's a high chance that we are going to miss it because of the way this price is moved. We got the daily break, daily retest, and the daily engulfing. But when we got the daily engulfing, we didn't have a clear 4 hour entry. Why? Because if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you can see that the last point where price had to retest before pushing further was this level here. And so that should give you that price can even retest back with the weak rejection at this point before finally selling off. And so we held the bet and missed on this sale, but I still believe price can come back here though. And this trade can still retrace back to this zone. Still can, price can still retrace back to this zone. Yeah, and give us a nice entry position. But for right now, I can't do anything. And I remember telling you that the head and shoulder pattern will form. So let's just see what if that might happen. But we 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 are way below our buying level, our selling level. So if price breaks below here, I won't be selling. I can sell it next week because my only interest was price selling from this point. So whatever is happening here, either it's good, either it's where it's in my way, I can't do anything. And what's next is these other pairs that we have for next week. You can see they're all kind of rejecting, and they have all given, if it's AUD card, it's now at the daily OG level. You see, this is why we didn't buy this week. So there's a high chance it might be bearish today, or price might break above and give us the buy we need. And AUD USD price is very much bearish. And by the look of this daily time frame, price can continue printing uh, um, lower highs and lower lows in the daily time frame. But it will get that retest. Mm, it will definitely get the retest at this level. But the weekly is bullish, so I can still buy. Uh, this one we need the break above to then sell. And this one we need the break above as well to then sell. But you can see what the way the daily time frame has closed with a strong bearish candle. This is now again closer to my what? My OG level. So the only way I can buy this now is waiting for break to price to go back bullish because we are very much bearish. And the only point where I can go bullish is if price closes above this zone. Uh, this is the only level where I can catch uh my my trade. Let me do this. This is the only level I can catch my trade right now is if price engulfs this daily candle, you see. So I need a strong daily push with the yeah, I need the day. I'll only buy once price breaks above here. meaning price can even do something like this, reject at this OG level and give us the engulfing we need to sell, to buy. Because if you notice, if you can pay attention to this level here, this is where we get the once this is where I was expecting to buy, but price breaks below. So I need price to break out and price to retest. So you can see price has broken out and price has retested, but again it's back inside. So I need it to break out again one more time, then retest one more time, then give me the engulfing or the daily break above this level. So that's why you just seen me now say I need my daily to close above this level because I know then this will happen. You see, and will be above this blue line. You see, so that's why I'm just saying that from here I need the daily to close above this. Then we can consider is a buy. But right now, we can't do anything. Can't do anything. The newest USDCHF price is still pushing up. Price is still pushing up. And I told you it will reach this daily level and even break and continue buying. And you can see that's what's happening. So I'll see you guys in the next session, which is at 10 a.m. London open. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. So this is 10 a.m. London Open, just 12 p.m. where I am. And now let's just go through what the market has done. So this is USDCHF. You can see that price is still pushing up from its open, and we said we can't really buy this pair anymore. We just have to wait for price to break above, or once price retests back at this level, which might be next week. But for now, I think for now we'll just do this because wait, let me just do something. Uh, put the weekly time frame. Mm, uh, maybe if we can get the retest here next week, then we can buy. Maybe if we can get the retest here, we can buy. But the daily is very much bullish. You can see it's very much bullish, and price is most likely to continue making a high. So we'll just judge based off how we close on the weekly time frame. Then this is AUD USD. Price is having its retest, and price is having its retest on the 4-hour time frame. But remember, I want the daily to go bullish, so this is fine. I would want it to make a new higher low, higher high, lower high, so it can form a new lower low. Then right there, we can just wait for the shift to then buy, because the weekly is very much bullish. As you can see, we are very much bullish, and AUD card, we are also very much bullish. But once price breaks below this level, we will be bearish on the weekly time frame. And you can see right now that price is kind of reacting to the OG level. So Oh yeah, the daily didn't break, and the daily high low is at this point. So if this week ends up breaking below, the daily will be bearish and the weekly will be bearish, then we start looking for sales. That's if price ends up closing below this line here on the because this is the weekly OG level. You see? So but you can see we're having that push and AUD card pair. So we'll see what will happen. And then I have NZD card prices. I'm looking for buys once price breaks above this zone. And that's me waiting for the daily to break above this level. So if price can break above this level today, then tomorrow we can buy this pair. And now let's go to the pairs that we are interested in for this week. This is NZD USD, and we said we wanted to sell, and price didn't give us a sale there, and the sale wasn't convincing enough because I was waiting for the daily to show me it's holding, and it ended up showing me that it's holding, but broke way below from my OG level. You can see I wanted this to show me it's holding, but you can see where it broke from. So the other way I can buy this, sell this is wait for price to come back at this level, then we'll catch the sale. Yeah, we just wait for price to come back at this level. And once it's at this zone, I would even want it to go bullish before retesting. So it's either price gives me back retest. Let me do this. It's either price gives me a retest and a break below, then price gets that shift. So I can know that all I need is price to give me a pullback at this point. Then I'll just wait for the 4 hour shift. Because right now, if the 4 hour decides to just retest, this strong retest at this point here, the only way I can sell is then if my if my uh my 4 hour breaks above this level. You see, because this is the action that this is what price will do. You see, so what will be fine? What will be fun is price breaking above this lower high by doing something like that, and then price giving me an entry somewhere here. You see, so this is accurate with what I'm trying to tell you guys. So uh I need now price to retest back at this zone and even take out this lower high. So that once it takes out and once it gives me the shift, I'll just wait for the retest and this entry position right there. Then I'll know that we won't be going back to this zone and I can sell this pair. And it will drop further even it will drop if it retests back this level one more time, then gives me that entry. Because now it will show me price doesn't want to push any further up and it's ready to sell. Yeah, so you can even see it's only right that we first get a nice retest back to this zone, and so we can have this kind of pattern. You can see we have the left, we have the head, and here is where we're trying to have the right. You see, so at once we have the right shoulder, we can sell from the right shoulder, and once price breaks. you see that price breaks and then we can still sell from this level again, and we can also sell from that level. So, and and we know once we get the sale from this zone and price rejects, there's a high chance that our target must be this point here. You see, so it's really a nice trade. It's just requiring, just asking for our patience. That's the only thing. And so we'll let it do its thing. And then we have Eurocard. Like I told you, even this one, I just need my daily to break above. And that's when this will make sense to me. But I like what the 4 hour is doing because the 4 hour might give me our favorite pattern. We might get this. Might end up getting something like this. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. So you can see we want the daily to break above, right? Yeah. But if you see also on the forward time frame, we're having this left side, this bearish momentum, but price can easily do this and give us that break and give us that retest and give us that engulfing candle. So at once price gives us that engulfing candle, you see it's the moment this weekly time daily candle has closed above. So and price is most likely to give us this type of pattern because of the way it's far from our OG level here, you see. So it's most likely to give us some sort of rejection, before it actually breaks, something like that. And that's okay. You see what I'm saying? So if you can clearly see that this side of the head of the right shoulder, the you've not seen me draw something that's clear, because it can be in any form. It can be, yes, it can be a clear head and shoulder, or it can be something, or it can be in this form. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the only key. Uh, yeah. So we are now waiting for price to do something like this, and if it gives us that push, then go then buy. Then we have AUD cards, GBP cards, sorry. So interestingly, it's doing what I've been telling you guys. It's this pair wants to sell, but it's just not ready yet because the 4 hour hasn't gotten its initial retest, and the initial retest has to be around this level here. So, and I told you that price has to by price when price retests this level, it will give us a form of structure. You can also see this is what is going to happen. We have a retest there, and once we have the engulfing price also, and once price breaks below here, we'll clearly have a structure point where we can obviously sell from. So we'll just target our trade, and this is a very long trade. It's a very long trade. So just requires us to wait for price to tap into our daily, our 4 hour OG level, our 4 hour retest zone here, and give us the candle closure. Then you see how price will react smoothly. So let's just wait for that, and then we'll act on the pair. USD JPY. You can see that price didn't break above below, and I've told you once price breaks above, this price will then continue buying, and if price breaks below, then we might get our retest. So we are still waiting for a retest, and this pair is still clean on the daily time frame. It's still clean on the daily time frame. You can see they just need that small push, and then we can buy. And then our pair, oh, our pair finally broke, and this is what I was telling you guys. Once we break above this level, then this trade will be ready to go, and you can see the price has broken above this level, making a new higher high from here to this point. So now what's left is price to continue making these higher highs and higher lows, and you see, so for now we just wait and and just see how let the pair do its thing. So this is what I was telling you. Once you're in a trade, you should be okay with seeing these red candles. This is fine. This is very much fine. You can only know that you are wrong once price breaks below this point. As long as price is within this reach, you're very fine. You should be okay with the trade and anything that comes with it. So right now this is where we are, and we will still be holding. Okay. US oil uh, price right now has broken above this higher low on the 4-hour time frame, and we only wanted to buy once price was here, but it's now bullish, so there's no way we can join this sale unless maybe the price comes back at this level. But once price comes back at this level, we have to then wait for price to shift, because price will be bearish, and when price is bearish, we can't really take a buy because to be bearish in the lower time frame. Yeah. But let me just do this so you can see. You can see that this is where I wanted to buy from. The price has made a new. The price is now bullish because it's been making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we now need price to retest back at this level, and then once it retests back this at this level, we wait for price to give us that shift, and once once we get that shift, then we can buy. So right now we really just have to wait, and but this one is more geopolitical driven, especially right now because of the war in Iran. So I'm really shocked that uh, these buys have been playing out. Yeah, so mm, then we have ZAO USD. Oh, the daily went bearish. It broke below this level. I forgot to talk about this pair in the morning, but so now we still want to buy, and it's then the price is at our weekly level. but we can only buy once price is at this point here. Mm, Let me just do this. Price is at this level. That's the only level. That's the only time we can buy. Because this is the level that broke and made. This is the level that broke below and made this is a high high, but price is now bearish, making a higher low, lower low. So this is our lower high. So the only way, the only way we can buy, the only way we can buy is waiting for price to break above here. This is the only way we can buy, or we can buy once price tries to make a new higher low or lower high, and then makes a new lower low. So that we'll just wait for the daily to go bullish around our OG level and then buy. You see? Because again, we want to buy at this OG level rather than somewhere where price is way, way far from our weekly OG level. So let's hope for this. We'll be waiting for this to happen. If it won't happen, and it's most likely to happen because with this kind of drop, prices are obviously targeting this low of 4,375 uh, went much low. This one, uh, the price is targeting. One time I buy this point here. When I had watched this price, got my take profit was once price, once price broke above and gave me this daily, one bad daily candle. I thought this trade was wrong. Uh, and this is what then price taught me that only doesn't mean if you have one bad candle and the trade is over. Because I missed out this nice one to oh, and I remember I think I have it just put it up. Here. It's still here, you can see. I use this on the thing. So you can see, let me just show you something. I click them back to what we're doing. So this was the trade. The whole trade was after price broke above this higher lower high on the forward time frame. I was waiting for this to buy because everything was bullish. I just wanted price to shift and then I can buy. And so I caught my buy around this level and put my stop around this weeks. You can see for that day we had a nice push, and I think even on the Monday we had that push, but on a Tuesday price kind of did this, and once price did this, I thought this pair would now go back to my stop loss. And the moment I closed when price was here, after this daily shift, 4-hour shift, that's when price regrouped and went straight to my 1 to 4. And what pained me was we knew the direction of reach here, but I just closed those. I think I was scared, yeah. I was scared. I was scared. But it's okay that happened because it taught me not to be scared when I see a good trade is in its trades. And this is the type of entry I was telling you Earlier today, I was telling you that once I see something like this, once I see an entry like this, please, you can even put your phone if you want, because it's a very good setup, especially if you see this left, head, right, and you see that break, and you see that retest, and it's just that this one didn't give an engulfing, and it buys. You are so bomb. And if you want, if you missed out on this entry once you wait for price to break above this level, which it did, then you went for the pullback, which was still right below here, and this has closed, it flies. The other trade I can show you is AUDJPY. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. AUDJPY, that is price price broke above this kind of head and shoulder. You can see this is the left, this is the head, this is the right, and price broke above this. You see, it's this lower high is not valid because it's way far from my OG level. The only thing I care about now, since the shift is already occurred, I just want the day before to break above my OG level and give me my retest and I'll buy. So you can see the price later on gives us that break around this level. You see, so once price gives us the break, it retests but doesn't give us any engulfing. You can see this is my retest level, doesn't give us any engulfing at this level. So it then later on pushes below and so now I'm waiting for price to break above and give me a new retest because that's what I need. And price breaks. So once price makes a new high, uh, this this right here becomes my new OG level, not this one because we already broken high. And we can see we have that retest. And even though this retest was a weak rejection, but you can consider this as the retest because it was very close to the OG level. Yeah. But by that time, I was also using the 2 hour time frame. So this test was very clear in the 2 hour time frame. And then you get that small engulfing candle. And you can see how price just flies. Same with this point. The same thing is just that this time I was buying at the wrong level. You can see we have the head, we left head, right? We have the break, we have the retest, we have the engulfing, and price flies. You see, once you'll be seeing once I get a trade with this kind of pattern, you'll see how price just goes straight to take profit. Was because price when you get this, that's why I'm saying once this pair euro card, once this pair is just fixed, is fixed and ready to fly, you'll see. So that I'm just observing, but does once price breaks retest this level and gives me the right shoulder. I don't care if the right shoulder will be in the form of this or something like that, but once this breaks above and gives me that retest and gives me the engulfing above this OG level, which I'll know that the Wednesday has closed above, and uh, and I catch this buy, you'll see how price will fly. Price will just go straight to a big profit. More only a few times does price come back to retest the zone. Yeah, but since price is now rejecting this level, it has shown me it has gone to the second OG level. And if price is not bound to give me this, price shouldn't retest this point. Price should just continue dropping, and then this weight won't be there. But once price gives us this break here, we'll be very much okay with buying this. And Uh, so yeah, so that's it. And GP, Bitcoin, we are finally getting that push. I've been waiting for in the daily time frame. Now we need price to come back here, and we are finally getting our push. So once we get our push, we'll then enter our sale when price is here. We'll scale into the lower time frame and see how we can navigate. Because now the daily, the 4 hour is soon. Once we're here, the 4 hour will be bullish. So we just wait for the 4 hour shift, then it's ready to go. So that's it for this session. See you guys during uh new session. And you can see also these pairs have done nothing. I'm still waiting. That's why we are just pending. Uh, just pending. GBP GBP closed bullish in the daily time frame. You can see. So we need the daily to go bullish. Now bearish for us to sell. Yeah, so that's why all these are pending because they, they require some time to give us the perfect trade. Good afternoon, guys. So this is new open, and let's just go through how the market has opened. Uh, See first our pair. Uh, See, it has done what I told you. We'll get a retest around this level, and price can continue pushing. You see, so what I was showing you. So now that we've had this retest, now expect price to give us that final push to the upside. Mm, yeah, I think that's all we can say on this pair. Let me check. Maybe I think there was news for Samsung. Mm, Not really. Uh, wasn't any news. So prices has to retest this level because it makes sense here, and then it keeps going up. By the look of things, we might not catch any trade this week. We might just end up closing with this same one. Because all these small pullbacks have been the ones that have given us the final push to take profit. But so this is what we have. Euro USD JPY. You can see price still hasn't done what we were expecting. And it's like the whole day price has just been at the same level. And I remember back then I would see a trade based off this kind of pattern. Yeah. Let me do something like this. Yeah. But it also works because either like the same thing I'm telling you, what once price breaks and retests here, uh price has to go up, meaning we won't get this retest this week. But once price breaks below this level and goes down, get that retest. Yeah, but that's just something I just remember we used to do. But now, anyway, this is what I'm looking for now. You need price to close either above or below. Then we'll decide if price wants to drop this week or it will be next week. But it's the the way JPY is moving, I really doubt if he can have that drop. Uh, he can have the drop this week. I'll just be paying close attention to the whole move and see how it will react. Uh, and you can see it's somehow similar to the pair of entered. Price has been bullish, but now it's just having this kind of this kind of structure. Yeah. Uh, and let's put in the daily time frame. Yeah, so the daily time frame as well. Meaning we want the daily to close below this to engulf this candle to show us it's going to sell and hold. If it won't do that, then price is most likely to buy all the way up to this point this week. GPP cards. Yeah, I like seeing such things. If you remember yesterday, what I told you was, even if Tuesday ends up closing with a bearish candle, I want the daily to have a, a bullish candle on Wednesday so that Thursday we can now have that engulfing because there is no way we can sell without this daily engulfing. The price won't just make sense either in the daily time frame or in the forward time frame. And you can see right now price is having um that engulfing, that daily bullish candle that we need. And at this point, this is now where we ask ourselves, yeah, what will happen next? Because our analysis on Monday and Tuesday has changed from what the market has shown, but we're still at the same level, and the goal is still the same. We want to sell, but the only difference now is we are adapting with this structure we have. So, and I told you yesterday whether, I think on Monday, whether you put it at this point and I try to put at this level, at that level, it's still the same. You can't really sell now because price isn't clear yet. And so let's switch on the forward time frame. So if you remember what I was telling you again in the morning, this price is trying to form the structure we need for us to sell. And by the look of things, we can see that's what price is. Almost. Price is almost. I was doing. Mm, the goal still stands. We can only participate once price closes above at this point here. Because once price closes at this level on the 4 hour time frame, mm, we'll be okay with any push that follows on the downside. Because now we know, okay, price retested our level and it has respected the level. So it's now most likely to sell. And even if it buys, we'll be okay with the buys because we at least waited for our value to be made, our principles to be made in the trade evaluation. What we don't want is selling, then price ends up doing what we know would have happened, or buying, then price ends up doing the same thing. That will pain us more. So we avoid that by trying our best to wait for price, give us all the values we need. And right now, sorry, I'm lagging flow. See, we're here. So we we expect another push at this level. Then once we get that push, we will now wait for the day before it give us that engulfing. And let me just try to use what time frame can make sense to you guys. Okay, well, you can see that once the 2 hour gets this rate, the 2 hour by the way was bearish. Huh? Yeah, either way, the 2 hour was bearish and the 2 hour is now bullish based off this higher high and this higher low. This higher low and this higher high, but price has broken above. Mm, Now the 2 hour is bearish because it closed below. Oh no, price didn't break above, yeah? Yeah. So the 2 hour is still bullish. So for me saying I need price to come back at this level, the 2 hour will go bullish. You see, the 2 hour will go bullish, meaning we'll be waiting for price to break below this point here. We're waiting for price to break below this point for us to get the initial sell. And once we get that initial sell, once we get that break in the 2 hour time frame from this point, something like this, because this is the higher low, this will be our higher low. Once price breaks above this, and then if we get this break and retest below this zone, then if we switch on the 4 hour time frame, back to the 4 hour time frame, you'll see it's the same thing I'm telling you that once price comes back at this level, I then want it to break below here. You see? I then want it to break. I now want it to break below here, you see, by below this structure point, because I know in the lower time frame we are having a shift, and you've seen I've showed you there is a shift there. So um when price retests here and gives us my 4 hour entry, then we can clearly sell because we know even the lower time frames have respected the 4 hour time frame. See? And that means that the daily, which is the daily Wednesday candle should close at this point. This is what I want. And if you don't get that, then that would be something to do with uh Thursday. Yeah. But if the Thursday can, if the Thursday, this is the tricky part. If the Thursday candle close, can maybe just have a weak pullback at this level, but makes this 4 hour time frame retest and close and gives it the engulf and then shift. Yes, that's fine because then we'll sell based off the daily Thursday candle that will engulf like this. And you'll see that this is a sign that price is holding and has engulfed this daily level. So for now, for today, all I need is price to close bullish, but on the daily time frame. But on the 4 hour time frame, I need price to close around this level here. So that Thursday, which is tomorrow, price can give us this. Then if we'll close USD card by tonight or tomorrow morning, then we can enter GBP card or can see if we enter any trade. Because again, I can't open a trade once when one is already running. We take one at a time. So my goal is, and my hope is that it gets out of our way by today or tomorrow. Then tomorrow morning, so during this session can catch ourselves an entry. And if not, then that's fine. This week won't be a trading week, especially if Thursday just finish without any proper setup, because Friday price usually does nothing. Yeah, so that's it for GPP card. We are just going to we will observe the daily close. Yeah, that's the what we can do for now. Euro card. This pair almost gave us the retest we needed, but it's now rejecting. You can see you're having a rejection. But our goal was to wait for price to close above. Mm. Let's put the 4 time frame. Oh no, this rejection is fine. Just doesn't look clean on the daily time frame, but this rejection is actually fine. And it's very fine. And trust me, we'll have this retest. We'll have this retest. If this pair is wants to buy, and if the direction is buying, because the trend is already bullish on the weekly, so it's just a matter of us waiting for the daily and the 4 hour to respect the trend. And once the 4 hour and the daily respects the trend, then we are okay with buying. Yeah, so right now I'm just waiting for price to come back here. Yeah, this is fine. This push is fine still. New York session just began. Yeah, New York session just began. Let me show you something that blows my mind most of the time. You've seen this small circle right there. Just put 5 minutes. Look at how price has moved just within this small circle. You see, this is crazy. You can see how many. Okay, let me even just use this pair I'm in right now. So this is the 5 minutes, and you can see how many candlesticks are in this single trade. You can see how many at this, guys. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. And this is where we are now. Okay, yeah, so I was trying to show you. Uh, you can see just that small push I'm looking for. You can see on the 5 minutes time frame what needs to be done and what's going on. So from the time price as we tested, you can see the noise, this price from here. You can see price has shifted countless of times. But you know, one funny fact is the same strategy I'm telling you in the forward time frame and then in the lower time frame. The same thing can happen. Mm, uh, let's take for instance, uh, this level here. We're trying to sell around this level, right? We are very much bearish. Guess this one ends up to be a losing trade because once price is at this level, we then try to wait for, we then try to wait for, we then try to wait for any possible uh retest, which is this one, then an engulfing. Then after this engulfing, price fails to respect that level. Like that's fine. Again, price does the same thing. You can see we get that shift, and price gives us the engulfing here, and then price sells. You see, uh, each other one. And the funny thing is, all this structure that you're seeing in the 5 minutes, it is always also happening in the weekly time frame or the daily time frame. It's the same thing. Just the only difference is the time frame in which this is happening. Uh, Which thing can I show you? Here we didn't get anything. Uh, or maybe we can even try to sell around this level. I can catch a sale here based off this break. We test this nice morning star, I think evening star. Entire sell and prices sold for you right there. And there are people usually just trade uh, these time frames. And I have a friend who trades 1 minute time frame. So it just depends with uh, what you like. Yeah, so you can see, oh, this is the weekly. That the weekly is also rejecting. And you see why I prefer having a trade that at the previous week close in the direction of what I'm looking for, because there's a high chance that if price on the weekly close bearish, then you're at an OG level. It might also again close bearish. The odds of that happening are very high. Uh, uh, but price at the week isn't done not yet. Still time. Mm. And this is This is Euroca. This is the daily time frame. We'll be waiting for this to happen. Okay. NZD USD, which happens to be the last pair we are looking at. We still stand with this retest. Yeah, we need that retest in the daily time frame to give us this head and shoulder pattern. Because right now we've missed this trade from because the engulfing was just way far from our entry point, which is this level here. And the four time frame, I was telling you I needed to retest back to this zone. But once price retests back to this zone, it should go bullish on the 4 hour time frame. So I can get this. See, this is what I want price to do once we are at this level. Yeah. We won't get this then say next week my price seems to be rejecting the level and NZD card this is for next week. I need a daily close above this line to show me we've rejected this daily low. And we have, and this is another reason I told you we can't buy here. As you can see what really price did. AUD card, the same thing. I also want price to break above this line here and show me we are holding because, and you can see prices somehow we rejecting. But if this daily ends up closing below and this prices do this trade is doomed. AUD USD for this one, I think the weekly is bullish. Yeah, the weekly is bullish, and I want the weekly to buy, but not just this week. I need this week to just close with this kind of candlestick. So next week, I'll just wait for that weekly indication. Then because right now the daily is bearish, so I'm not going against the trend, but I want this daily time frame to give me a a lower high and a new lower low, so that once the daily shifts, I'll be ready to buy in the lower time frame. You see? So that's the trick, guys. We want this daily to just make a new lower high for us. Yeah, so we try to play with the direction, try just to follow it for just in the meantime and make you think we're also trying to sell with it, but in the actual sense we are not. Just wanted to push further so it can give money to all those who entered their day trades and maybe put their stops around this level or that level and give us that push for the big trade we want, you know? Yeah, so the game here is I try to trade the least amount of times as I can, but I make sure when I take a trade, I I risk a substantial amount and the trade is aggressive, so I try to trade less, but once I get that entry, we are risk on. So that's why you see me playing with these higher time frames, so that I know that once I'm right about the direction, you can see even this trade. This trade, I remember showing you on Monday that this should be a buy trade. I showed you something, this point here. And you can see what price has done. Price has just bought all week. Price has just been buying. And price will reach this high, this level here. But personally, the type of buys, the type of trades that are clean, this can also be fine where you get no red candle, but this is better. We're getting high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, because it shows you that price is struggling and it's still pushing and it's healthy. Because this can easily give you a very strong bad week rejection at this level here. And you might think price is going the wrong way because there's no with the so price can easily come back here and continue going up. You see? But let me just take for instance, you got the buy around this level here. And let's just try to imagine you got the buy here and stock was around this level. And this was your trade. This stock. This was a take profit. Okay. And this is also another buy right here. Stop right below this. Take profit right around this level. Okay. Uh Personally, I would prefer this trade over this one. Even though they are both clean, but this one, if you can see, it's making higher highs. Let's just say it's bullish. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. This is healthy. It shows at least uh price is rejecting these strong level positions and still there's that bullish momentum, which is fine. And also this one, trust me, where price has go straight forward to take profit. This is what we all want. We all want this fast trade, but uh when price retests, it will now be aiming for that lowest point where price is likely to give you that higher low. So which is this level here, the previous higher high. So this is why you see price will retest if it wants to retest all the way up to this level. Sometimes not even a full retest, but a weak pullback can be up to this zone. And once price is at this level, and you've been having all these strong bullish candlestick, you might think price is now going to your stop, and that will just kill you mentally. But if you know again what you're doing, you'd still hold. But most of the time, people tend to fear once that happens. So this is way better. Or this type of trade, yeah, where you get at least that week pullback and price continues. Yeah, something like that. So, but you never know. Price will always move different way each time. So I was just trying to touch up on that. So you should never be discouraged when you see a red candle when you're trying to buy, or a blue candle or green candle when you're trying to sell. Which other trade can I show you? You see them there, there are trades like this where you just catch price close to your take profit. But there are also trades where price plays with you a bit. Okay, even this one, going to my take profit. Uh, okay, let me just use this same one we're in. You can see price knows where it's going, but you can see it keeps on just testing us. High lows, high highs, high lows, high lows, high lows, high highs, 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 back at this level. And can even come back at this level. That's fine. But the main goal we know is price will test this level here. We'll come back to this zone here now. Uh, yeah. And this was also the same thing that happened to this trade I took around this level. It's just that I got stopped out. And you can see our price was moving high, lows, high highs, high lows, high highs. So these are type of trades you want to have because they give you that clarity that once price is above this level, oh, we are good. Okay, we are good. Okay, we are trading on this level. Okay, price now will do this. You see, and there is at least, how can I say, there's less prediction. There is less stress because you know where price will hit next, and you know where price will react from next. Okay, so even on the daily, when you're having a red candle like this, it won't stress you out because you already know that price will go up and react from this level. You see, so uh that's the way to go. So this is US oil. We're still waiting for price to retest. Even this same trade, I can see the same example. Price was making higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher highs. Tries to retest and gives us the final push. You see, this is what I'm saying when there is that huge gap between your high and your previous high. Price will push back. Even see, price was all the way from this level, but price started pushing up back until it retested this level. Then it went up. So you need this green red candles to be happening either. That's safer. Mm, then this is gold. We still want daily to give us a higher low, a lower low, and a new lower high around this level. So we can't do anything now. And Bitcoin price is still struggling to retest our level here. Mm, and yeah, so that's it. We just wait for now. And I'll update you around 8 p.m. But this is New York session. You can see 9:45. And so that's it for today. Out for open and see you guys. And you see why we had this retest. I'll just touch upon that. And so you guys can see why we had this retest. But wait, you understand when I get to the pair. But for now, just see we're having this retest and we just have to wait for price to go back up and continue with our upward move. Yeah. What we have next is USD JPY. You can see price almost broke below, but price failed. So this would have been a break above, but then price just came back inside. And this 4 hour push would have now given us the take profit we need even in our trade. Because if this push happened, then this might have given us a take profit right around this level with this let me just do 2 hour time frame. Yeah, so you can see that the 2 hour time frame had a nice push and then we just had this massive drop. Uh, you see in the 4 hour time frame, it's like nothing has happened. It's like nothing has happened at all. So this same push is the one that led price to now give us this form of middle indecision candle. So we are still waiting about price will react. Uh, Especially this same close of today, the same 4 hour time frame will maybe decide the push. Then you can see how price will react. Then we can buy off that retest at this level. Or this trade might be considered missed, but for now we are still waiting. And this is GPP card. You see what I was telling you guys? We needed this close at this level. You see, and I told you just bear with me, just bear with me, just bear with me. You you get the sense from the sale or the break. And you can see now what price has done. Price is at this level, at my OG level. So now all I need is just and interestingly, the daily will now engulf. You see, the Wednesday daily candle is probably going to engulf or close right around this zone here. And if we get that, if this price is ready to sell, I just have to wait for another daily candle to give me a break below this zone. That's all I will need, just a daily close below this level. Then that is on Thursday. Then Friday we'll see if we can sell. But I like what has happened so far. And remember, this is what I was telling you guys. Just have to be a bit patient, because if you rush it, you lose. So you can see if you can if maybe you consider this to be your engulfing uh yeah, you can consider this to be your engulfing and put yourself right above this level. As we are talking right now, you would have been stopped out. Yeah, or even if you would have done something like this, if this was considered to be your OG level, which this is also clean, and you saw it based off the engulfing that you had in the 4 hour time frame right here, this will still be a bad trade. Why? Because I told you price needs to fully close at this level. You can see the way price has fully closed around this level. Then we can now go to the entry part of this trade. You see? So now since we are here, we are at this level, and this should be at this point, not this level here. This should be right around this level. Should be right around this level. Should be just one OG level right here. But I did this because of the weekly time frame. And yeah. But either way, it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. Because once you're right about the daily time frame, you can place your trade at any point of the OG level and you'll be fine. So right now, this is what we have. And price has finally reached the level we were waiting for. And let's use the 2 hour time frame because that's the one I was showing you. So you see what has happened? The same thing I was telling you on the 2 hour time frame. Price later on makes a new high. So for us to sell, we'll just wait for price to make a new higher low, lower low, and a retest and then sell. Meaning in the 4 hour time frame, uh, all I need is the retest below this close and then price to retest it below this close and then price to retest it, then we can sell. But I felt nice that this has happened because I really wanted you guys to see why I delay sometimes, because you might think maybe I'm just scared to sell or scared to participate, but we have values. You need to have values in your trade analysis, in your trade evaluation, in how you approach your entry. Yeah, so that even if price didn't do what it's done and went the other direction, I would be still fine with the whole move. It wouldn't bother me at all. I would be okay, and uh and I'll just wait for price to respect the level next time. But at least what won't bother me is I didn't follow my plan because I followed my plan. And right now, all we are just doing is just following our plan. You can see since Monday last week, since Monday this week, since last week Saturday, I've been telling you, once price is at this level, we need the structure, we need the structure, we need the structure. And right now, price is making the structure. And don't worry about this push that's uh above here. No, don't worry. Our only interest is if price comes and breaks below this level. You see? And that's the only interest we have. Yeah. And I can only buy between these two OG levels, either this one or this level here. I can't buy once price is at this other OG level, which is right around here, because it's closer to my lower high. So we just have to wait. And what price did here, price can repeat itself at this level and give us a sell. But this trade will definitely sell massively. And you guys, you'll be so shocked of how strong this trade will play out. Especially, let me give you a hint. Let me just give you a hint on this trade. Once we get the weekly closing below this level where I'm looking for my entry here, once we get that weekly close, let me just move this right below this zone here. This will be a very nice sell, and price can sell all the way up to this point here. You see? Yeah, because price will engulf one, two, three bullish candles, and that's a sign that price now wants to sell. So, oh, I'm dealing with the monthly time first. Yeah, so I'm shocked that am I going against the trend? But you can see even the monthly time frame, once price is back here, this will be a very nice indication to sell because that's the same level where I want price in the weekly time frame to retest back at. And once it gives that, I'll be ready to sell. And you see it's kind of at this point here. But if you see in the weekly time frame, we're even having these pools, and you might think price is no longer going nowhere. Um, yeah, so don't worry about this push. Don't really worry about this push. We are only, remember, we are only wrong about the direction until price takes out uh, the daily lower high and the weekly lower high. As long as that doesn't happen, we should be fine with anything around this level. Okay, so that's the key idea. And once you develop that mindset, you'll be very much okay with a trade going straight to your being 90% in drawdown or the trade hitting almost your take profit and going back to your entry level, then going back to your straight to your take profit. You'll be very much okay with all those scenarios. Long as you just build that, long as you just build that mindset that if I enter from this level and let me just show you something on this same pair I'm trading. So you see, since I've entered from this break, I don't really care about anything that happens in between this. trade. The only time I'll care is if price is at this point or price is at my stop loss. That's the only thing. If price wants it can even come back here, I'll still be fine. Can come back within this level, I'll still be fine. Even break, I'll still be fine. Because when taking this trade, we calculated the risk and you knew the amount you're risking and you knew what it will cost you. And if it comes back at this level, I should be fine because I trust my strategy. And if I don't trust my strategy, then this would be all uh, this would all be fake. Then I'm just wasting my time. So once you once you are in a trade or you're valuing your trade, you should always trust your strategy so that even if it doesn't do what you wanted, you'll be cool. Okay, it didn't do this. Okay, cool. Let's try this. Like this one, I wanted this Monday candle close, Tuesday candle close to be the one that gives me the bullish push, but price ended up being the bearish candle close. And today in the morning, I said, okay, cool. Since he didn't give us the daily bearish close, we'll just wait for the 4 hour to retest here and the 4 hours retested. And if it didn't give me this and ended up going down, I would have been totally fine and I wouldn't worry about nothing. I won't change my plan because it's what I use every day and it works and sometimes it won't. But when it doesn't, you just adapt but still use the same thing. That's it. Um, it's like um it's like let me just say uh any greatest athlete which sport, any either NBA or football. You see sometimes they try to score or get the bucket, it won't go through. Uh, what you call you don't call scoring when you're playing NBA. There's this term they use. I don't know if it's basket or bucket, but yeah, when but football I know is scoring. But when you miss that shot, doesn't mean you stop shooting with your eyes open, you start shooting with your eyes closed. No, you still do the same thing. You still shoot the same way. You just maybe practice your aim, or maybe pay more attention, or maybe try a different direction, but shooting the same way. You see? So even in football, you can try maybe keep missing corners, but you know you shoot with your right or left leg or your head. You see? Uh, you now maybe try a free kick, or you try maybe another way, but you know the main goal is scoring, and it has to be you applying pressure with your leg or your head or your head and get the ball in that net. Yeah, so it doesn't mean when you miss 4, 6 shots, you say, oh, I can no longer score goals. This is not the right sport for me. Uh, let me try a different sport. Let me try a different gameplay. Uh, or maybe let's just say position, you're a striker and say, okay, now let me just start playing as a defender. I can't score. You don't see famous footballers doing that. They stick to their position and they perfect it. That's the difference that will make you be a professional trader or investor, is to stick with your plan and only adapt. Don't change your plan, but just adapt. You see, and that way you won't feel like you're being forced to do something, because you will enjoy it when it's your plan, it's your craft, it's something you've created, something you've seen work for you. So that's just the piece of advice. And it pays out in the long run, you know. It pays out in the long run. So that's it. I just need the USD GPP card pair to give me that engulfing right around here tomorrow. And that means that 4 hour will have that break I need and that retest I need. Then we'll see if by that time our trade will hit take profit uh or stop loss. Then we'll see if we can take the trade. Then Eurocard, again, the same thing I was telling you in the last session. I told you this will go up. Don't worry about this push. And we'll only buy once price goes up. If it breaks below, that's fine. And right now the daily is at this level. You can see we're having the break. And I told you if this is a strong bullish close, we no need of waiting this. No need for waiting for this retest and sell. And this will be a very strong bullish close with the look of things, but maybe it might not. It might maybe close at that same level because this is the last 4 hour candle. And usually the last 4 hour candle, nothing really happens unless if there is news or there is too much volume in that currency. So since we're here, maybe price might close here and tomorrow we might get the final break, or this can do the break. But what's interesting is what the 4 hour time frame has done, and this is the exact thing I was telling you. Price didn't form any lower low. I told price didn't form any lower low, and we're now pushing up. And I told you it doesn't matter how we push up if price will push up in this way. You see, all we care about is price to going up this level. Because we know that once price gives us this retest around this level, we'll then get our engulfing. You see? So this is all I need. I need this to happen. And this might happen at this OG level, or it might happen even right around here. But we'll see that before we get the break, we'll have the right shoulder. You see, before we get this final break, price will do something like this, either at this level, and then the break, or right even just here. Then it continues making higher highs. This will no the structure in this one because we are still bearish, and then once it breaks we have that higher high, then wait for the retest, then wait for the entry, then we'll catch the buy. But price would do something like this, yeah, either at this level or right before reaching this level. So you see, if price just wants to buy, we'll get an entry signal within this form, either this week or next week. Yeah, so this one is also kind of respecting our level, and I like the way it's rejecting. So but the card pair seems to be losing. I wonder why the USD card isn't buying, because the Canadian dollar is losing in most all the pairs. But we'll see. This is NZD USD. Remember what I told you, that we've missed this trade, but that's fine. And I want price to come back at this level and see what price did. Price is back at this level. And I told you once price is back at this level, I need price to make a new higher low, a new higher high, which will give me a new higher low here. And I'll just simply wait for the retest and then sell. And you can see what price has done. And it almost shifted. You see, it's almost shifted, but this is fine. This is very much fine. This is very much okay. But price will sell, the USD pair will sell. It just needs that shift there and then to start selling. And this is going to be a good week, even though it's almost coming to an end. But it's been interesting because you guys have seen, you've watched me tell you what will happen, and it has happened right before our eyes. So that as we go on this journey, you already know from experience what works and what doesn't work with me. Uh, so right now we just have to wait for the shift around this level and then we can sell. Because price right now is volatile. And if you try to sell early here, you would have been stopped out because this wasn't even closer to our target. This wasn't even closer to our 1 to 3. And you see why I was telling you, you can't sell at this point, knowing that there is a very strong level around here where price can come back in the forward time frame. You need structure showing you price will hold here and it has no intentions of coming back to this level. You see? So in this case, price can even give us the same week pullback, can give us another break, even a weak rejection at this level, then come back right at this level just to take out this point here. And if you're so quick to sell, this will happen. So you really need to see and make sure that the daily of the this level is tested. So even when price didn't test this and gave us this engulfing, I wasn't really interested because I knew price didn't retest this level one and price was even far away from my entry point. And I remember telling you guys, I think today in the morning or last night, I was telling you that price, we have this left, we have this left shoulder, and we have the head, and we might have the right shoulder right around here. Then price will sell. You see, and this is what price is doing right now. So, uh, if we don't get that, cool. But this is something that price is most likely to do, and especially if price closes with this candlestick. Then tomorrow we get maybe a pin bar, something like this type of candle, right around this level, because it will give us the weak rejection there. And then we can really get the engulfing. Uh, but we'll just adapt with what it will show us. But that's where we are right now with these markets. We just need price to give us a very clean entry and a very clean rejection, showing us that the daily is holding here once more. Because I told you price will respect this level before it drops, and that's what price will do. So since price now will close with this strong bullish engulfing, probably to even engulf if it closes above this level. I now need again another daily confirmation to show me it's holding this level. Because if you look at this, this is also a double top, double bottom, and price can easily continue going up. So I need price to show me this double bottom is invalid. You see? Yeah, so if you look at the 4 hour, you see we have this double bottom. And how will I know that this double bottom is invalid? If price makes a new higher high, retests it, give this double bottom an entry where people might buy, and then shifts. So it takes out these early buyers and gives me an entry for selling, showing me that, oh, this double bottom is really happening at the wrong time. Uh, because it also works just at the wrong time and wrong direction, and then we'll cash our sale right there. And not always will it be a head and shoulder, by the way, just to let you guys know. It can't always, it's never always an head and shoulder, but it's just the pattern that forms usually, but it's never always an head and shoulder. Uh, yeah. Okay, so after this, then I think that's it for the pairs we have. And let me just show you why we also had that significant retest. You can see the US oil pair just started dropping from from this 4 candle. It had this massive drop. So this can be the cause of this enormous push of all these pairs. So sometimes I think sometimes I don't, maybe you guys will call me crazy, but I think this technical analysis, they somehow predict the future. I don't know how it happens, but they somehow predict the future. Because remember, in the morning we're around this level here when the market opened. I was telling you I would only participate if price comes back here. And I was telling you once price comes back here, then it will sell. And I expect price to come back here to give us good sales. You see? And this push at this level, this means that the US dollar will lose value. So once the US dollar loses value, the US oil here, this means the US side will start selling because the oil will now gain, the oil side will gain value because this is US oil. And even though this means that the oil prices are decreasing, but this is a US oil pair. Yeah, this is a US oil pair. So it's the US against the oil. You see? So so this started dropping and also you can see gold started gaining, meaning the US lost value because the US this is ZAR USD and gold started gaining. So now let's just say you don't trade gold or US or you don't look at any of these. Your only focus is on US NZD USD, and you wake up, you just find prices back at this OG level, and you predicted price will be here, right? And then this is ZAR USD, and all of a sudden you see the price is also going up for gold. And usually this pair usually moves with fundamentals. It rarely, it follows technicals, but rarely, but sometimes but mostly it's fundamentals. And you can see you just predicted the whole move for gold. By you just saying, okay, me, I want to sell when price will come back here. And I expect price to come back here. All of a sudden you see prices at that level. Isn't that just mind blowing? Same with this US card, Euro card. When we're here, uh, I was saying we'll only buy once price is back at this level, and you see price starts gaining. So if you see maybe fundamentally there is something that has happened in the euro currency for it to gain over the Canadian dollar. It's either the Canadian dollar started losing, but us when analyzing, we didn't say, oh, I need the Canadian dollar currency to go down. I need the interest rate to go up, the whatever analysis they add on, the GDP, the PPI, all those CPI, any of those stuff. We didn't mention any. We just said we need price to come back here and give us the buy. And price is retesting to this level. But this whole push here is most likely caused by a fundamental information, a fundamental forecast, and how the economy is practiced is how the economy is moving. You see? So it's somehow mind blowing that these patterns we can predict the future of a currency without even reading anything about its performance or what the European Union will do or the Canadian dollar, which is Canada.
whatever they would do to get that push or of their currency or it's crazy, you know. Sometimes when I think about it, it's just crazy. It's crazy. You see, like same as when price was back at this level. This is USJPY. This whole push was because of the JPY, the Japanese bank kept on dumping yen. And if you look at the daily, for me, if you look at the weekly, let's start with the weekly. For me, I wanted to buy, yes. And you remember I told you I'll only buy once price gives me a reasonable uh point that it's holding this OG level, which is this level here, because this is the daily OG level, the weekly OG level. And my expectation was price should buy. I and all this move was caused by the Japanese government and the US government their fundamentals and all that economy stuff. But for me, I just wanted price to break above. And so once price broke above, I'm like, okay, cool. Price has broken above, and now on the daily time frame, I need my price to go bullish. That's the only time I'll buy. And it's like there's this thing of you're expecting price to do this, and it ends up doing it. That's what blows my mind, you know. But the whole process of price gaining strength, this US dollar gaining strength and buying. Maybe this is even because of the US dollar went just like last week. I think the president went to China and that made the US to have the currency to have, you know, that final this strength we've been seeing. And for me, I wasn't planning that in May or this date, the US government will go to China so that this price can have this shift. You see? But with this prediction, price ended up going this direction. That's what blows my mind, you know. It's just somehow it's like these charts rules like they rule the world without even us knowing that they are in control. It's crazy, you know. But anyway, so leaving USD card. Crazy is I want to sell USD JP, NZD USD, but I want to buy USD card. So uh this is the tricky part because if USD can't buy, NZD USD might also buy because these two move the same direction most of the time. You see, but we'll see if this time they'll go in the same direction. Uh, so this is the 4 hour time frame. Price is almost shifting. Price is almost going bullish around this level, and price is also almost engulfing the daily time frame right there, and price is almost showing that is the weekly time frame is holding. So if this week can close bullish, maybe we can catch some buys next week. Yeah, we can catch some buys. Yeah, but we have to wait for this week close because NZD card is selling, but NZD card, NZD USD is selling, but NZD card is buying. And you can see this is right around the same structure. They all have this double top, so double bottom. So it's right if we wait and see which direction is holding. And that's why I didn't even put it because if this was here, if this was confusing now, because if I had to choose, if I take a sell here and I'm correct, price will sell. But if I take a buy here and I'm wrong, price will buy here. You see? And if I take a buy here and price sells here, then I'm wrong. And it's like if one goes the other way, the other one is wrong. And what if I take the wrong one and the other one goes the right way? So just pick one. So if it gives me the entry, cool. If it doesn't give me, then it's also fine. Then I'll know that, oh, I should have picked the other one. But it's better than picking one, than picking two, then picking the wrong trade, then you see the other right trade go away. So that's why I just chose one. And at least you can see NZ Eurocard and GPP card are different. You can also see in their structure. So the only one that was really a problem was NZD card and NZD USD and AUD USD, because these were all going the same direction. AUD USD as well. It's also retesting back here. Before I close, you remember what I was telling you in the last time, the last session? I was saying that you should never be. It's fine to have such such trades, to cut such trades where price is only bullish the whole time, but it's riskier because if price wants to give any deeper retest, it will aim for the previous higher high. And you see, this is the exact thing price has done. You see, price has now, imagine you are around this level and your take profit is at this point here. You see, and maybe you see the trade at this level. Then you just maybe go to watch a movie or do something or read a book. Then you come back and find your price is at this level. This can affect you mentally though, if you're not emotional intelligent yet. Uh, and this used to affect me. I was once a victim, but until I learned that price will either do two things, go up or go down. And if I see such trades, I know that there will be if there's a deeper pullback, I should be ready. And such pullbacks will happen, such pullbacks like this, you see? And this price can continue going up. It can even break above this level and buy. But you just have to be ready for such pullbacks. That's why I prefer when a trade is moving in this direction here, this direction in USD card, where it's giving me higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and it's somehow compressed together, you see? So that if there's a major pullback, it won't be that much of a damage. Because imagine if price was all higher highs without any of these major higher lows, and I only had this as my higher low, price would have easily even pulled way further below to match this level here. So that's the good part about having a trade that's going in that way, and having a trade that's in this type of way. But it will all go the same direction. If its intent is to buy, it will buy regardless of this strong pullback. So it's just that it deals with you mentally if you're not yet used. And yeah, and I just wanted to touch on it because I told you last time that this happens, and it's good that you've witnessed it so that you can see it's not just coming from a perspective of just trying to rub something to your face or being against trades that are only going the same direction. Uh, because all we want is to win. We don't want to see a red candle. We all want just the blues, the blues, the blues. But we should be ready that once we get the pullback, it will be a sting if we are not yet used to the markets. And so I prefer this type of trades. But even these, I take them, but I just know. But it's good that if you take this one, you already know what comes with it. You know that, oh, if price goes the other way, I'll face this. If it doesn't, then oh, I'm lucky. You see? So that's it for now. And I'll meet you guys for the close. Thank you for your time and God bless you. So let's have a quick close. So right now you can see the forward time frame is having this push. And the daily is kind of retesting back at this level.
So we'll just see how the price will close, then we can conclude tomorrow, depending on what the close will be. And then this is USD JPY. We'll see if we'll get the final close of price breaking below. And this is AUD card. We'll also see if price is most likely to break with a strong bullish candle close around this level. So then we'll just wait for that engulfing tomorrow. So yeah, so at least we'll have this bullish close. And then Euro card, you can also see we wait for the break above. And right now there's nothing that's happening. And NZD USD, we wait for a break tomorrow in the 4 hour time frame probably, then to give us that shift. But right now, this is where we end and call it the day. Yeah, this is how we are looking. This is still very fine. And so we'll see.